I recently turned 60 years old, and in this chapter of my life, I decided to go on a journey of self-discovery, a return to the motherland of Africa, to connect with myself, connect with the ancestors, and to connect with the people of Africa, my people whom I've been separated from. I needed that reconnection. This trip wasn't about tourism. This was a pilgrimage. I visited Ghana and Burkina Faso because I'm very impressed with what these two countries are doing for African unity and the people of Africa. That includes Pan-Africanism and all over the African diaspora. There's a major movement happening all over the continent, and it's exciting. Feels like a reclamation, a rising of African pride. And Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso is of particular interest to me, not simply because of his leadership, but because of his energy, his boldness, and the audacity to be great, and to call Africans throughout the world to a higher standard of self-love, self-sufficiency, unity, and light. My journey begins with my flight from Minneapolis, Minnesota to Accra, Ghana. This is my second visit here, and I'm feeling all kinds of emotions. I'm feeling nervous, excited, feeling anxious, happy, proud, and there's a strong sense of calm. My guy Andrew met me at the airport. After I got settled into my hotel, he took me out for a Friday night in Accra, and it was electric. Lots of people were out enjoying themselves as there was music playing in the streets, music coming out of the clubs. We actually stopped in for a live music set at one venue. We then walked around for a while connecting with others, including several of the vendors. The next day, we visited W.E.B. Du Bois Center for Pan-African Culture. There were many vendors out selling jewelry, masks, pottery, clothing, spices, sculptures, and paintings. I bought beetroot powder.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have beetroot, which you can just black powder.
Let's do some beetroot.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Just add.
And what do you do with this? How do you use
Just
it?
add water to it and you drink it. You can just.
We then made our way to the Marcus Garvey house. And I have to tell you, it was a bit emotional. Because this is the first time that I've been back in Accra since 2019. When my wife and I ordered memorial plaques for our parents, who are ancestors. There are thousands of ancestral memorial plaques along the wall. And her father, James Irwin, and my mother, Laureen Williams, are among them. I felt a strong connection, not only to our parents, but to all of the thousands of ancestors who are represented on that wall. After I gathered myself, our next stop was a visit to the National Museum Gallery of Ghana. Sister Joyce is an amazing guide, very knowledgeable, as I learned the history of the country.
They use the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
But when we talk of the Trans-Saharan trade, the Sahara Desert was used as the main route for trade, and the commodities have made mention of.
For
But
trade.
for the name, when we talk
What were they
of
trading? Gold?
the gold, they traded in salt, they traded in spices, they traded in beads, even in copper and ebony, a lot of products. But mostly gold, salt were the major commodities. Cola nuts were also part of it. Let's have a look at the commodities.
These are the commodities?
Yes. So you see the copper,
Yeah.
you see the glass bead slaves, you have ivory, textiles. You need to mix here. Look at the spices. You need to mix here before you could sell. So I will call this section the market. And this is Ghana today.
Ghana
so
today.
I told him we were not called Group because we were called Beko.
Okay.
Now, when
Beko.
the Portuguese came in, they changed the name Beko and called us Group.
Okay.
But as to how we got the name Ghana, it has a connection with Pan-Africanism. We being the first country in sub-Saharan Africa to have gained independence on the 6th of March 1957, we wanted a name not given to us by foreigners, we wanted a name for ourselves. So we went back to our roots and took the name Ghana, which means warrior king. It doesn't also that
The people of Ghana are proud of their traditional heritage and values, and it shows in every garment they produce, every traditional ritual they perform, and the welcoming spirit and energy of everyone you encounter. From there, we visited the Center for National Culture and Textile Market, where I just had to get me a hookup on a dashiki. Okay. What would something like this go for? What would you sell something like that for?
This one, that's 650.
650?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the designer shirt.
650 settings.
We have 450.
Okay. I don't like that one.
Yeah, if you like it, I'll come down for you.
This one I like. That's.
I have different traditional ones.
Yeah, these look like real material. This one looks a little inexpensive to me. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna come back. How late are you here? So we're just gonna go walk around, then I'll come back. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, brother.
Okay, go come.
Well, it rained a little bit earlier, huh? So does that change anything? Hello. After I got my dashiki, we paid tribute to Kwame Nkrumah and visited the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial, as well as Freedom Square. Kwame Nkrumah was the first president of Ghana, who led them to independence in 1957. He was a visionary that guided Ghana on the world stage. He was also a very strong Pan-Africanist. After a long day, it was time to relax and have a cigar. I went to Habana Cigar Lounge. That's my guy Andrew.
Yeah.
He's been taking care of me since I've been here. So this is. The next day, we visited Jamestown, where we were able to see the Dutch side and the English side of Ghana. One very important place to visit while in Jamestown is the Brazil House. The Brazil House was built in 1836 by Mama Nassau, who was the leader of the Taban people. The Taban people were enslaved Africans who were living in Brazil. And after they gained their freedom, they returned to Ghana. This house is a symbol of the Afro-Brazilian heritage and connection.
So these are ports that were built by British in 1600s. These are ports that took them away as slaves. And also, when they returned, these are ports when they arrived in 1836.
Back from Brazil.
Right from Brazil, Bahia. And when they are coming, they came with a couple of West Africans, Togo, Benin, and Nigeria as well. So we also have a Brazilian community in Nigeria, in Togo, and in Benin.
As we left the Brazil House, we were met by a celebration of life for a young brother named Wander Amatorowo, who passed away. I stood there in reverence to this young man, and even though I didn't know him, I knew him. He was my son, my little brother, my student, my neighbor. He was my family. As we made our way to the slave castles, I just couldn't stop thinking about that young brother and how his family, friends, and basically the entire community came out to celebrate him so beautifully. And I juxtapose that to the experience that our ancestors must have had who were brought to this place, stolen, leaving their loved ones to mourn their disappearance, with no knowledge of if they will ever see them again. This particular castle was built in 1555 by the Portuguese, and it's a stark reminder of the horrors of the transatlantic slave trade. This is just one of 60 such structures, forts or castles, built in Ghana, formerly called the Gold Coast, for the purposes of the slave trade. It served its purpose. The purpose was to house, showcase, sell, and ship captured Africans from the continent to the Western world, including Europe, the Caribbean, and the Americas. And as you can see by the cannons, it was fortified to protect from intruders. Over the centuries, it changed hands, and many different countries occupied it, including Sweden, Denmark, Fatu, the Dutch, and finally Britain. Down in the dungeon here. What do we got on this side? This is where they were kept.
About 200 enslaved Africans
Okay.
were kept in this room
Yeah.
in shackles. And you can't turn this off. They will be at one quiet till we wait for the ship to come in. And this is where their urine and their feces will pass.
Flow down here. Built kind of on the grade. And then you can see this evidence of human beings that were held in here.
We have 5 dungeons, 5 rooms.
Okay.
This side, here.
Yeah. There's 5 rooms, 5 dungeons down here. How many people were be held in here?
Averaging 200
Average of 200
in a room.
people that they've captured. Okay.
We were a powerful people, a continent full of energy, love, and light.
They call this the door of no return.
Then along came
This is where they would take our ancestors, chained and shackled,
put a gap
and they would open the door, and there's the ocean. They would walk them down to smaller boats, load them in, and then take them to larger ships that were waiting further out. Those ships would then take them across the Atlantic, never to be seen or heard from again, never to return to the continent of Africa. The expectation was they were taken away, enslaved, and will never return.
so we kept on living in love.
But after 4 long centuries away, the loss of identity, the disconnection, and the horror suffered at the hands of the Western world, Ghana welcomed all Africans back from all over the diaspora, welcomed us back through the door of return. After going through the castle, seeing what I saw and going into the dungeons, feeling the spirit of my African ancestors, I had a very deeply emotional reaction to what they must have endured and what they overcame. Such evil inflicted on them. I needed a moment. The next morning gave me a much-needed spiritual boost as we visited the village of the Anona Abuswa clan. This clan is one of 8 major clans in Ghana, and I was welcomed there for a naming ceremony. And let me tell you, my heart is so blessed as the village came out to celebrate me and to witness me receiving my new African name.
Mention your name, take your seats. So you kindly take your seat. Take your seat. You were born on Wednesday. You were born on Wednesdays. I'm also born on Wednesday. And your given name is Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim has a strong meaning. Someone who is highly esteemed and prominent.
What's in a name, my son? What's in a name? You are powerful, highly esteemed and prominent. Kweku obrempong, Kweku obrempong. Rise up, my son, rise up and take your place. We've been waiting so long.
I'm very honored to accept the name Kweku Obrempong. That was powerful. I was still trembling as we made our way to the Sen Manso River, which is also known as the Last Bath. This is where they would take our ancestors and wash them for the last time just before putting them on slave ships.
You basically walk a book. You're welcome to the central region of Ghana. We are at a place called Saint Manso, which was once upon a time a slave market. No matter the nationality, as long as you are a black man or a black woman, you are an African. Now when this man said that, the Caucasians used all conspiracy theories to debunk the claim that we are Africans based on our color. But the first president of Ghana, Osagifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, it was that man that brought the debate to an end. Because according to Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, there is one unique thing that we share together. Look, I have it, you have it, we all have it. And you know what that is? The African DNA. So Kwame Nkrumah said, not because you are born in Africa, that makes you an African. We are African because African is born in.
Now it's on to the river.
That is why
we took our shoes off and walked the path in reverence to our ancestors. And we put our feet in the same river that they were in. I was overcome with emotion.
We are returning home to the place of our ancestors' glory. Though we've been through centuries of pain and sorrow we know that we carry your story.
On this day we rise and give honor to your memory. On this day we wash in the river that washed you last on your way.
We feel your spirit in the trees, in the breeze, and
flowing in the ripples of the river beneath our trembling feet.
we say thank you for the blood that flows through our veins. We say thank you for the gift of life and the strength through the pain. We return to the river and we feel your embrace.
My time in Ghana was filled with lots of love. It was filled with lots of joy. There was some sorrow, there was some tears, there was some pain. But I'm grateful. I'm very grateful for the time that I spent in Ghana. I went to Ghana in search of something, and I believe that I found much, much more than I was in search of. I was able to connect with the people of Ghana. I was able to find the ancestors and connect with them. I was able to find myself and connect with myself during my time in Ghana. I connected with the ancestors in ways that I did not think possible. Connecting with our ancestors, I felt every one of them. Our ancestors who were carpenters, who were painters, who were sculptors, who created clothing, who made beautiful masks out of wood, carved wood. Our ancestors who were doctors, our ancestors who were kings and queens and chiefs and queen mothers. I felt every one of them. And I am grateful that their blood flows through my veins every second of every day. I'm honored to say that I stand on their shoulders. In the 6 days that I spent in Ghana, I learned a lot. I am a different person because of the time I spent in Ghana. I actually got a new name, Kwaku Obrempong, and I'm so grateful for that. The people of the villages that I visited welcomed me. The people of the towns that I visited welcomed me. I felt like I was home and I was amongst family. So thank you. Thank you to Andrew, who took care of me during my time in Ghana. And all of the people of Ghana who I met, who I connected with. I want to say thank you. I'm grateful, and I look forward to seeing you on my next trip to your beautiful country.
Black star rising for all to see, a crown of African glory. Ghana, oh Ghana, strong and true. The world finds its way back to you. Oh, yo, yo, yo. Oh, yo, yo, yo. Oh, yo, yo, yo. At Black Star Square, the spirit stands, a symbol held in united hands of Pan-African dreams alive, where hope and heritage both survive. From the diaspora across the sea, hearts return to ancestry. What was lost is found again through Ghana's love that will not end. It is home. Feel it in your soul, where broken stories become whole. From every shore, from every land, we come back to where we stand. Ghana, oh Ghana, shining bright, a beacon in the darkest night. From chains to crowns, from pain to grace, you hold the strength of every place.
I'm overwhelmed with emotion and gratitude as I prepare for my next leg of my journey. which is going to take me to Burkina Faso.